Hi, this is Mike again. I am the author of 9 books on how to eat and how to get healthy regarding digestive things. The first product I'm going to mention is this one. A lot of people are kind of hooked on taking apple cider vinegar. There's different brands. They take a teaspoon, a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Some of them take it multiple times a day. Remember that the main problem here is inflammation and acid, and those are related. You cannot solve over-acidification in the body by taking more acidification. This is pure acid, and it is not going to help. The second thing I'm going to talk about is 2 products at once. And in a sense, these are the same products, and everybody thinks when they have bloating, pain, gas, digestive issues, that the one thing they know is good for them is one of these 2 things. So we have yogurt and we have kefir. So to make it shorter, I'm going to tell you that yogurt and kefir are virtually the same thing. And yes, they have some probiotics in there, but yogurt and kefir also have 2 items in their mix, in the recipe, that cannot be digested by enzymes. And those 2 foods together that cannot be digested by enzymes force the stomach to digest them with acid. And once again, adding acid to acid problems and inflammation in the long run only makes things worse. Now, I'm not a doctor, I want to make that clear, but in my research and my reading, I found that lately Magnesium in some FDA studies and some clinical trials, along with some of the other proton pump inhibitors, have been linked to Alzheimer's, dementia, high blood pressure, and certain types of cancer, including pancreatic cancer. And if that's okay with you, then these may be great, but if not... Okay, next we get into a couple of products that I consider more benign than the others, not really bad for you. So this product is basically ground up oyster shells, calcium carbonate, and it can help. It basically is an alkaline type base or product, so when mixed with the acid in your stomach, it does for an hour or so neutralize it, which can help you get through a meal. The question is, do you want to be taking these 3 times a day for the rest of your life? And calcium carbonate, being a mineral, can also cause people who are prone to kidney stones and things to develop stones. And so in some people, if you take too much of this, it can also become a bad thing. This product is also not really bad for you, but it's based on magnesium, and it does provide a little bit of coating to the stomach when you take it. And the question is, again, do you want to keep taking an unlimited amount of magnesium into your body, and what health concerns might that cause over time? And it's not really a solution. It does help sometimes for a few minutes to a couple of hours. The last thing I was going to talk about is basically a healthy diet. The problem is that for most people, these items end up in the back of a cabinet somewhere, and we don't just stay on a juicing, whole foods, raw diet endlessly. Okay, so we've talked about the different things that don't work, which is not why you're here. So we want to take a couple minutes, and I want to describe to you the natural method that you can use. And remember, the only thing we're trying to do is reduce or eliminate inflammation by reducing and eliminating acid. And that's the key. First of all, I want to tell you that the method that I'm going to give you, the blend of herbs that I'm about to show you, has worked for over 25,000 people before you. This is something that works. This isn't something I heard about. This is something I researched and developed myself over 10 years. Please listen carefully to what the ingredients are and what they do. So the first item we're going to put in this blend is actually a pain reliever, a strong pain reliever. It actually has a sterile effect, and that is wild yam. Wild yam, and we only use root chunks. Item number 2 is another natural product. It's turmeric root. The third item that we use in this blend, and that I want you to add to your blend, is ginger. The 4th ingredient is marshmallow leaf. Okay, now 2 of the most important ingredients in the blend are peppermint leaf and peppermint oil. The next ingredient that has to be in the blend is whole fennel seed. It's important that it's whole, and it's important that it's in there. Chamomile is important for a couple of reasons. Chamomile is not only calming and soothing to the entire digestive tract, but it's also calming to the body and mind. The last item on the list is slippery elm. And slippery elm is perhaps one of the top 2 or 3 most important ingredients as well. Slippery elm is the only herb that we know of that produces a mucilage virtually identical to the natural protection and mucus coating that you have in your entire digestive tract. It goes from your mouth all the way through to your colon. Okay, so now you know the basics of the recipe. For the exact details, please scroll down a little further and click on the link below. And remember, if making this tea seems a little more complicated than something you would do, we're going to give you a shortcut to where you can use the tea without actually going through all this trouble. Go ahead and click on the link below. You're going to get the last few details that you need.